Hey guys, Rich with Rich Rebuilds here, and I wanted to have a discussion on a Tesla that I ran across that I think some of you may be interested in learning more about. But this discussion is going to be a little bit different. Instead of talking about photos of a car that we're looking at online, we're actually going to get some seat time in this car to see why it's being sold for so cheap. So let me set the stage for you guys. Early one Saturday, my friend called me up and said, "Hey man, there's a Tesla for sale that's local to us," and he said it was dirt cheap. I said, "How cheap?" He said, "Under 20K. And I said, "Is it on fire?" He said, "No, it runs and drives, minimal damage, no airbags went off, it just needs some suspension and fender work." So let's check this bad boy out for 19K. Why not? I brought my tools with me in my friend's car, so we're going to take a closer look at how easy of a fix this is going to be. So we drive there, I show up at the place, and this is the gray Tesla sitting in the garage. Here's what I found.
So here we are looking at this car. It doesn't look like it's in bad shape at all. It's actually really clean. I haven't seen this color in quite some time. It really doesn't look that bad. Sorry about the lighting. I'm in a garage, and the garage isn't very well lit, but it doesn't look bad. Let's see. Let's check out the inside. It's nice white interior. Obviously, it's an S85. The floor mat's a little dirty, but I think those are WeatherTech, so that's all right. Let's just pressure wash those. I don't see any deployed airbags. The airbags look fine. You know, there's the airbags and the seats are intact, and those look pretty good. This is the primary damage right here. I want to jack this car up, and I want to take this rear wheel off to see what lies beneath. Okay, they're chatting away. That is perfect because I prefer to work alone in silence. Let's get this jack back. All right, that's made contact. And before I really start cranking away at it, I'm gonna loosen these up.
No, it can't be. So I had to be like 2 months to be able to get it. Like I said, I didn't like doing the contract nursing because.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so there's a problem right there.
Oh yeah, wow, it's totally sheared off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that'll cause a problem.
I don't really know what I'm looking
Oh,
for.
you scared a little car behind you.
Oh.
So go a little bit.
Yeah, see, there you go, that's snapped right off. So that's broken. And you also said that
Wow.
the air suspension in the rear
Yeah, the air suspension doesn't stay up.
doesn't stay up. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So that could be replaced relatively easily. My biggest concern is I want to make sure that there's no bends in the actual rear subframe itself,
Yeah.
but I'm not seeing any. Those links are fine down there.
It will go up, but it won't stay up when you drive.
Oh, so meaning it's probably a leak in
You think so?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that should be replaced too. Do you have a knife, like a butter knife? Oh, actually, why would you have one? Let's see. I gotta peel this back. I may have to tear this off. This has to be replaced anyways.
Yeah, it's broken.
I'm just
I
gonna
see
tear
it.
the corner.
Yeah. I remember I did my front tire because I hit a deer. I hit a dead deer. Not live, but I couldn't get out of the way on the highway in time. It was already all broken. I knew how to replace it.
Let me see real quick.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I had to do the whole thing.
So there's nothing obvious about why that's not keeping air, but I'll tell you, this up here definitely isn't helping.
Yeah.
So what I want to do,
We can take that whole thing off.
it'll definitely have to be regardless,
Yeah.
have to be replaced for sure.
Because, well, do you think it's salvageable? Even though that little rip there, I think the whole piece actually might be okay.
Oh, honestly, it's just cosmetic. It's
Yeah.
not going to cause you any harm down the road. It's just a matter
Yeah.
of how it look. Wow, look at that, huh?
Yeah. Here, you have a better shot on me. I can pull it down.
There's definitely something to look at there. That's not terrible. Again, a lot of that's cosmetic.
But so like, why is it not driving straight? What do you think is going on? Is it that toe?
Definitely that link, yeah. That's what keeps it. That's
Okay.
one of the major components that keep it straight. Also, I'm not really sure what the status of that strut is. I don't know if when it got hit, maybe some of the screws at the top got dislodged. I mean, there's definitely more to look at here. In order to do a proper repair, you'd have to. I'd probably take out the entire brake caliper, take off the rotor, take off the electronic parking brake, and I would remove that link. I remove all the links, take the entire thing apart. But yeah, look, if you look at it, even with me pushing it, that entire thing, right? that's a lot of movement right there. That should not be like that. Is this even with a rear-wheel drive car? If it would get hit like this, it wouldn't be as prevalent as it is in a Tesla, because in the Tesla the torque is instant. It's instant torque. The second you step on the accelerator pedal, you're getting all 300, 400 foot-pounds of torque. So it's going to twist this easily. Considering I'm applying very little pressure to this, I mean, how much pressure could my foot apply? Not that
Maybe
much.
Like 50 pounds.
Look,
yeah.
and then look, it's actually flexing well over half an
So
inch.
with my car, if we took the back wheel off, it wouldn't flex at all when you did that.
No,
It would be rock solid.
Absolutely not. It's not supposed to do that in the least bit.
Yeah.
So when you apply torque to it, that's what happens. It's going to turn out that way.
Yeah.
So you could see everything moving. Everything. Look,
Yep.
if you look at the suspension, even the shock tower, even the shock itself.
Yeah.
Is that
that shouldn't move, because that's only supposed to meant to go up and down.
Everything is moving.
Yeah.
Everything is moving. I'll button it back up, and we'll go for a ride.
Okay.
The lug nuts, you could see the wheel moving. Look at the
Yeah.
entire wheel move. The entire wheel is flexing.
Yeah.
And I'm just applying maybe like, a handful of foot-pounds of torque. So imagine 400 foot-pounds. This thing will turn all the way out.
Yep. Which is what's happening. The car's turning left when you.
Exactly.
Now we're going to button the car back up and take this one for a test drive.
So let's see. So if I'm going to give it a little gas, not much, all right? Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah.
Feel the left?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It turns
big
left.
Time.
Yeah.
Big time. You probably couldn't even go over 50 miles an hour in this thing.
Well, you can go once you go straight, like it's fine. Once you're going, it's fine. It's just when you accelerate. So he actually drove it on the highway. We drove the highway.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Yeah,
that was risky, right?
That was a risky move. I'll probably go right up here.
Yep. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, you can see, and if you punch it a little bit more, you'll feel it really turn left. See? It even skids out.
Oh, man. Yeah, no. That thing, if you keep doing that, that'll rip.
You could rip it off, right?
Right off, absolutely. Yeah. Because you need all those points of contact on the suspension, because obviously they work as one. So if you have a weak link, the other ones get weaker as well. So that could be that's a ballsy move. And it's amazing just how one piece that doesn't work affects the entire geometry of the car. And I'm willing to bet you even putting that link back in would probably alleviate a lot of the problems now, as well as a strut too. I'll do it one more time. So I'm accelerating, evening out, and the car wants to go back this way.
As expected, it needs a new shock, has a broken suspension link, the battery pack is fine, it wasn't even touched, the car shows no error codes, and judging by what I saw from an independent body shop, this car could be fixed for, I'd say, $2,500 to $3,500, and far less if you do it yourself. Rich, are you pulling these numbers out of your ass? The answer is no. There's a Facebook group called Tesla Parts Buy Sell Trade, where a guy is selling the same fender this car needs for $700. You can get a rear shock on eBay for $300, a rear suspension link for $100, and a rear bumper for about $200. And that's it. As a matter of fact, I have a suspension link and a shock that I will give you to see this car back on the road. Now you're wondering, does the car supercharge? A supercharger station was too far away to test the supercharging capabilities, so I don't know. But the car was prompting for an update, which means that Tesla didn't shut down the 3G internet connectivity. Combine that with the fact that the airbags didn't go off and a distress signal wasn't sent back to the mothership, I would say that the supercharge is just fine. For now, of course, until someone from Tesla sees this video. So now this is the interesting part. You saw the damage yourself. Why is this car so cheap? Well, let's see how much the insurance company is charging this person to fix this car. So I asked the guy when the insurance adjuster came out, and here's the kicker. He said, Rich, there was no insurance adjuster. I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, he was instructed by the Tesla certified body shop to send a few pictures of the car over to them, and they would handle the rest. Meaning they were able to determine how much this car is to fix just by looking at a few photos via email that were probably taken from an Android phone. That was a joke. But it just so happens we have the actual insurance/body shop report for a car that neither one has ever seen. Let's take a look. Alright, here comes the cringe fest, boys. So these are the parts that it needs. Rear bumper, Rear lamps, $271 in tail lamps, $307 rear bumper. Liftgate emblems ranging from, let's see, $50 to $75. We have the air suspension, which is $1,800 for one shock. Upper control arm, $200. The left rear quarter panel is $560. However, it needs an additional $1,000 in rivets and also adhesive to stick it back on. So let's see what else we need. We need also one wheel, and the total price comes to $6,800 for just parts, which is ridiculous because $1,100 of that is a rim, and you could get 4 refurbished rims for $1,000, and $1,800 for a shock that Uncle Rich is going to give you for free. But let's get into the hours here, and this is why these cars cost so much to insure. This fender bender is going to cost 78 hours at $125 per hour. That's 10 grand in just labor. Over 3 days of working non-stop, that's 20 days. If they work on the car 4 hours a day, that's a month, not including weekends. And guess what? That's more like 2 months if they have to wait for parts. And for those months, you'll be in a rental car, which also costs your insurance company more money. And all these factors play into how they determine if your car is worth fixing or not. Not only that, but some states have only a couple service centers and 1 or 2 approved body shops. So when 10 Teslas show up at a single shop, you can wait over 3 months. That's $3,600 in rental cars fees for the insurance companies alone, and they don't want to pay that. Don't forget that a lot of states don't even have service centers. So what does that mean? So what if you live in a place that has no service center? Well, let me tell you. A friend of mine named Abdullah, who's a mechanic, bought a Model X for around $130,000. It's a 2017 P100D. He's been driving it for a while now, and the TPMS sensor stopped working, the HVAC isn't working, and now it's saying the drive unit needs service. He lives in Bangladesh. He called Tesla, and they will not send someone out to fix his car, which is fine because, yeah, Bangladesh is far from everything, and he can't pay any amount of money for diagnostic tools, so he has no choice but to ship the car back to Tesla, which will take 2 months to ship it there and 2 months for him to get it back to him. This is part of the reason why I'm fighting to have Tesla allow other mechanics to open up its diagnostic software. It's common knowledge that the wait times to get your car fixed can be ridiculous. When Elon opened up Tesla's patents 4 years ago, the man himself said, in order for Tesla to succeed, a lot of complementary knowledge and infrastructure needs to be developed. Auto mechanics need to learn how to repair electric vehicles. Drivers need to learn to drive and maintain them. Well, here we are 4 years later, and people are still struggling with this, and there's still no support. That aside, I personally think this is a great deal, totally worth the buy, and the only real risk for this car is what Tesla will do once they find out you fixed your own car. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about this one, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon.